Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. You know that this time in the mountains, it's so magical. It's so beautiful every time of year, really, up here. And if you are just thinking, man, you know what, like, I don't want to leave. Well, you don't have to. My next guest can tell you all about a beautiful property that you could potentially call home. Good morning, Nichole.
Hi.
Nichole is coming to us from Engel and Volkers, and you have this really amazing introduction into the world of real estate that most people do not have. Can you just explain how you kind of got into the industry in the first place?
Yeah, so my dad, Ulf Lindroth, is actually a contractor in the Valley, and I've worked with him for the last 6 or 7 years and just grew up in the general contracting business, I guess, and building. And we actually built the house that I'm now listing that we were going to talk about today.
Right.
So yeah, building background, and we thought it'd be a good complement to get our feet wet in real estate. And
right. So you really know, I mean, when it comes to properties, you know them inside and out because you've been around this industry your whole life, and then obviously you've been working on kind of the opposite end of things for the past several years. And so this property that you brought with you this morning, I've actually had the pleasure of being inside this property in person, and it's like something out of a fairy tale. And here's actually some pictures, and this, wow, Nichole, wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful property. If you see in that picture, there's waterfalls, there's ponds. Everything about the property is just attention to detail, and it's just like a bomb-proof house and a property, basically. Everything was taken into account. The water especially, I think, is really special about the property because basically they capture all the water from the mountains and they bring it down into their systems and into their ponds and their water features, and they all are piped under the house. And so it's very interesting how it was built because every single thing was taken into account. It's drilled into bedrock, the whole house. It's protected from lightning and fires and basically everything, and the craftsmanship is just amazing. And the owners who own it now, they actually were there when we built the house, and they were there with the design, and it was just an amazing process, basically.
And you can just, I mean, the craftsmanship, you can just tell from some of those photos. I mean, it really is just breathtaking. You go in there, and I feel like when I was walking around, it was one of those things where I couldn't stop looking. I feel like it was like a feast for your eyes. Like there's so many amazing little details in there that you don't typically find in just every home, and that's something that has really been kind of a signature for your family for years and years. And so if people are interested in actually seeing this property, if they'd like to walk in and have that experience, what's the best way to get in touch with you? What's the best way to kind of set up a showing?
Yeah, you can give me a call or email me. Either way.
And this property too, it's really in a great setting that's not too far from the slopes, but it's also really private, right?
Yeah, it's 2 miles away from Edwards, and it's in a valley called Timber Springs, where most locals don't even know that valley exists.
Right.
So it's extremely private. There's only 6 properties in that valley. It's gated. It owns both hillsides on either side of the house, so really you can't see anything. From the house you can only see nature in any direction, but you're really close to town and really close to skiing still.
Wow. All right. Well, it's certainly worth seeing in person. Nichole, thank you so much for coming on this morning. It's so fun to talk to you. All right. So give Nichole a call, 970-376-5435 for more information to set up a showing today. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.